I don't like quitting. You don't quit. You don't quit when you don't get to start on that little league team. You don't quit when things are going against you. You don't quit because your kids are watching. You don't quit because your investors are watching. You don't quit because everybody's watching. I don't have what I have today because I became a quitter. I have what I have today because I was consistent. See, that's the other opposite of quitting, is being consistent. When you consistently do something, you will achieve something. And I learned that a long time ago. I give credit to my father. He was just one of the hardest working guys I ever knew. And I don't even come close to the work ethic he had. He worked really, really hard. He wasn't always working the smartest. I regret that. I wish I could have been there to help him with that. But he worked hard. He worked really, really hard. And I saw that every day growing up. And it became just an expectation. You don't quit. You don't quit in school. You don't quit on your business. You don't quit on your goals. You don't quit on a lot of things. And it's when you do quit that it introduces to you inconsistency, and you don't go anywhere. You don't achieve anything.
And with the achievement and with things going on, what's been the biggest hurdle? I mean, through life, through interest rates. What's the biggest hurdle right now for you?
The biggest hurdle for me is living up to my expectation of myself, living up to the expectation of my investors. I've been doing this for 15 years, and back then you don't know what you don't know, so you go into it eyes wide open, and you're very naive. You just do it. You do it through consistency. You create achievement, and then guess what? Then you create critical mass. Right. The obstacles today is like I've got this big machine now. It's really hard to navigate at times. And you've got to have the right people. We've had people, there's been a revolving door of people this year because my expectation is to get things a certain way, and now everybody has that. I need to remember to never forget why I'm the one sitting in this chair. Never. You're always the captain. It doesn't matter who you bring in along and to help you grow your company. You're always the captain. You always have to make sure that it goes your way, that it's being done in the style and the fashion that you would do it if you were making that decision. And that's my goal today, is making sure I have such a young team now. I've got to get them all to my standards, my expectation level, so that they rise up. They all got potential, but it's wasted if it doesn't come out. And it's up to me as the captain of the ship to make sure that I put people in the right positions and that I show them by example. And then, hopefully they'll make the right decisions. If they don't, hey, we'll have a counseling session. We'll go through it. But all the decisions, have to come this way. And that's because the buck stops with me. And so the biggest obstacle is just making sure that I can still keep doing this to my expectation level. The moment I can't do this to the level that I want to do it, I won't do it anymore.
Two-part question with that. Why is it important to address the problem with things that are going on right now? And that will allude into why is it important to have the right people around with what you were just talking about?
Yeah, when you got problems, man, it's hard. It weighs you down. It throws you to a no-grade level of depression. God knows I've been through that in my career, and the way you get out of it is action. You can't sit in your bed. You can't put the covers over you. You can't hope that it's going to go away and it's not going to be there when you get to work. You have to confront it. You have to take care of it and go head to head with it and eliminate the fear. It's never as bad as you think. That's the anxiety, right? Your depression comes from your past. Your anxiety comes from your future, but it's the present where your peace comes. So you have to attack this, and then you got to understand, okay, let's consolidate here. What do I need to do? Do I need to sell this? Do I need to get rid of that? Do I need to de-risk yourself, bring it down, control it, and then you got to advance. The way you don't lose the football game is you score points. It's not about defense. It's about outscoring the other player. And in this case, I got to outscore the world, so I got to get back on the mountain. I got to get back on the horse. I got to be able to climb that mountain, scale it. I've got to be able to get to a point to where I'm so busy that no single setback is enough to derail me. It keeps me going. It keeps me powered, because guess what? You feel momentum. Momentum's big in anything. It's big in relationships, both personal and business, and it's big in this game. If you keep winning, you'll keep winning. So even when you hit that obstacle, you got to go over that bump. The car is going to keep going. But how far you go will depend on how fast you're going. If you're going 100 miles an hour and you hit that bump, you're going to go right through it. But if you're going 15, 20 miles an hour and you hit that bump, you're going to slow way down, right? So momentum's everything. You got to just confront these issues. You got to figure out how to consolidate it, and you got to get back on the attack. You got to advance. You got to take that mountain.
And why is it so important with that to have the people around you? We talked about this today about having the right people, and it seems like we've got more of a tight knit team here, and you're able to micromanage a little bit more and a little better. You get to see the cracks.
You know, culture is everything, right? You got to have the people that fit your style. Recently, we brought back 2 guys that I worked with in the past, and the reason why I did is because they understood my expectation. They were winners. These guys are animals. They're like Navy SEALs. And that's what's going on. I got a lot of baby SEALs right now, and I got to train them. I got to show them what a Navy SEAL looks like. You know, but guess what they also do? They inspire you to remember who you were. You know, you go through time, people leave you. You start to wonder if the best times are behind you, and you bring these guys in from the past, and they remind you who you were. They remind you who you are, because they still believe in you. As long as people believe in you, you are that person. So, and that's what it is. Even when you don't believe in yourself, when others come back to you, it's a sign of who you were with them, how you inspired them in the past, how you helped them, and then you remember, you know, okay, I am this guy. Just because I had a couple little recent setbacks doesn't mean I'm not that person anymore. It means I went through difficulty. Hey, that's life. You know, that should be rule 101 in the life book, right? You will go through trials and tribulations. You will go through difficulty. But how do you handle it? That determines, can you get back and get consistent and keep running up that mountain? Or are you gonna sit there and dwell on it and then decide you don't want to do this anymore? You know, quitting doesn't help you. Quitting never helps. It never ever helps. Staying consistent, because everybody's watching, is important.
You seem very invigorated the past few weeks. Why are things better today than yesterday?
You know, it's very difficult when negative things hit you. You start to question yourself. And I think what's happened is that I actually went back in time. And I went back to who I was in the past, saw some old videos, saw some old pictures, saw some old friends, some old colleagues, and a couple of them decided to join our company again. And I went out there and I recruited them. And I brought them back because they were killers. And having those kind of people around me reminded me of who I was and really who I am today. I just let the doubts get to me. I let the negativity of whatever's occurring today. But these people are coming back for you. And they're coming back as how you shaped them, how you inspired them, how you helped them become like you. And they want more of it. They want to be around that again. And when they come back, you're like, wow, okay, we can do this. We can do this. I got the old team together again. So, you know, they say you shouldn't look back to the past, but sometimes you should. Sometimes, you know, maybe that one-off occasion, you know. I agree, the windshield is much larger than the rearview mirror. But once in a while, you know, you do want to go back to the past. Like, what was I doing different than what I'm doing now? You know, like Tiger Woods, right? When he was having his issues, he went back to the past, got his old swing coach. You know, he's like, hey, help me. And he was doing it wrong. He had developed a bad habit. And he started hitting the ball differently. And he started playing better, right? When you play better, guess what? You start winning again. And you don't just win at the game, you win in life. So sometimes you do need that little reset to go back. Press that reset button and figure out who you are again.
You know, why is it so important to be confident in that, you know, what you do, even though you might not feel confident?
Dude, confidence is everything. You know, I have great mentors. I watch a guy like Grant Cardone. You know, he's uber confident, man. Even if you don't know, you got to fake it, man. You got to act it because everybody's watching you, you know. And you've got to just, you know, keep moving. The thing with confidence, that confidence gives you the courage to keep moving. And the key to that is the moving. It's the massive action. Massive action solves all problems. You cannot sit here in your bed and fix your issues. You can't lay on that couch watching Netflix and fix your issues. I can't sit here in this desk and not do anything and fix issues. I got to have massive action. I got to make moves. I got to bring in people in. Sometimes you got to get rid of old people. You got to get rid of other people that aren't pulling their weight. You know, recently we have a guy that's leaving us, you know, and I upgraded. I brought somebody in who you know is going to be a big plus for us. You know, I'm sad to see that guy go, but guess what? My dream doesn't stop. I got to keep going, and I truly, if you remember anything in this video, I truly believe God brings things to you, and God removes things from you when the purpose has been served or the lessons has been learned. It's been a lot of that for me this year. I am so much more of a complete person today. Right now in December 27th than what I was December 27th last year. It's not easy. It's painful when you shed your skin, maybe a couple, 3 times. But you get to where you're ultimately supposed to be.
And what is that? What is the secret to life, Robert Martinez?
I don't know there's any secret to life. I don't. I think if I had to ask, I just want to be fulfilled. I want to have purpose. I can get purpose being a good father to my children. That I love that. I love spending time with them. I love sharing stories, both my personal life and my business life, because I want them to learn. I share those personal and business stories with people at work. So as long as I have a purpose, and I feel like I'm able to impact, then life's successful for me. That is the meaning of life to me. It's just being able to help others, being able to leave an impact. One of these days I will be gone, but the impact that I had on somebody will remain. And if I can encourage someone to do something that they're not doing now and have that become like a ripple effect, and next thing you know, their children become ultra successful because of maybe something their daddy said or their mama said that they heard me say, that's impactful. That's leaving a mark on the society. And God knows in this world today, we need some positive stories. So I truly, truly, truly believe that we have to help inspire others, help others when they need a helping hand, and do it with nothing, looking for nothing in return. You just do it because it's the right thing to do. It just makes you feel better as a human. So, I want to have purpose, and that's my purpose, is just to continue to help others. I just spent the last several minutes being asked how I feel and my thoughts on different things going on in my life, and I share some of those thoughts. And it feels good for me to do it because maybe I help somebody. Maybe I'm able there, because that's one of my purposes, I think, is to help other people. And if you have a question, or if you need some help, or you want something answered, hey, send it in, send me a DM. Maybe I can cover it in my next video, and we can have a little help session, a little powwow on how we can help each other, and maybe I can give you a little nugget that might help you get off of that place you're in, as others have helped me. So if you enjoyed this, please like, subscribe, make a comment, let me know what you think. See you in the next video.